Taking a little break from air conditioning to work on the toilet. Gone ahead and mounted the base of the toilet to the flange. Now there's just a little foam gasket that sits in like a little recessed, like an angled sleeve, and that's what makes the seal. And we put some bolts down on there, tighten them. Again, this is just plastic. You don't want to over tighten them. And just snug them up enough to where this doesn't move. It's nice and sturdy. So we have a Dometic 310. That's the one that I chose to get. So what your basic operation of an RV toilet is, you never have standing water like a normal residential toilet. You're gonna kind of go half C's on the little foot pedal. It's gonna fill up with some water, enough for you to do your business. If you're going number 2, if you're going number 1, you can just leave it dry and then flush. These little guys will create a little swirl to make your business go down the drain. But let's say you just had a rough night at Applebee's, and those boneless chicken wings are kicking a little spicy. You might leave a little streaker there. So what we've chosen is, some toilets come with a little sprayer. So once you're done, you're gonna spray it and clean off the bowl and get rid of your little skid mark there off of your toilet, and you're good to go. So after we're done mounting the toilet here, I have a little mount for the sprayer. We're gonna kind of mount it down and low, kind of out of the way, because people are gonna be like, what's the sprayer for? The other thing is, we don't want the kids in here having a water gun fight with the sprayer. So we're gonna kind of mount it down out of the way, so it's a little inconspicuous. We're not gonna put it like up here. Hey everybody, there's a sprayer. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do now. On to the next project. All right, so we're in the shower here. You can see I have masked off a small bead of all of our seams, because the Delta shower calls for a seal at these joints. Now there is some overlap, but basically you don't want water going back in those seams. So what we're going to do is we're going to ahead and use some, this is white silicone, and we're going to put it into this, and then we will wipe our finger across that bead. We'll give it just a little bit to tack up. It says that this is a 30-minute water ready. So we'll maybe give it like 5 minutes or so, and we'll start pulling the tape off, leaving us with a nice, clean, straight edge all the way around. All right, so we put the caulk in. We run our finger along the bead. Don't push too hard. It's just to get the excess off, basically. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna peel the tape off. This is how I do it. So put the tape on, put your bead in, make sure you get it in the crack, right? That's priority number 1. It's not to put a nice pretty edge. The purpose is to seal the crack, right? But we wanna make it look pretty too. So put it in the crack, run your finger along the bead, get the big globs off, peel your tape, and now you'll have a nice pretty, like a little pretty bump in that seam. And you're just gonna run your finger super gently. Again, we're just going for smooth. We don't wanna make a big mess anymore. And this is how I do it. And you can see there's a nice, pretty caulk line right in that edge. So that's how I do my caulk seams. I'm not a professional at this. That's how I've always done it. Use tape. It helps. It keeps the mess down. Get a nice tight seam, almost to the point where you can't see it, which is kind of the goal, right? We don't want to make a big globby white mess line all over everywhere. We want it to blend in, and that's what we've done so far. So we've got our shower sealed. At this point, we're ready to put on our shower door. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. It's pretty simple. We've got some tape, couple screws. We've got to trim this length, and it should all go in pretty self-explanatory. So we'll get to that next.
Got the grass cloth in on this side and on this side. This is a finalist for the backsplash in here. It's actually more gray, but in this video it looks really black. Weird. Okay, and then over here we have our shower door. And over